What's up, everybody? So back to the breath. Your breath is a tool, and any tool, to be a tool, has to have some level of utility or useful value. And seeing that everything on the planet, to be every living thing on the planet, just by definition, to be living and alive, needs air, needs the breath. All the animals, humans, the fish, and in the water, all the sea creatures and all the land creatures, we all use, we take in oxygen and put out the CO2. We take in oxygen and expel or exhale the CO2, but all the plants, the trees, do the opposite. They take in the CO2 and then put out the oxygen for all of us. So, you know, one big happy family working together. But here's the thing about the breath as a tool. To be skillful with any tool, you got to understand it and practice to really understand it from a direct experience. So for the breath, little anatomy of breath here. Your breath has 4 parts for one cycle, full cycle of breath. You have your inhalation, then the hold after your inhalation, which you could call suspension. Then you have the exhalation and the hold after your exhale, which we call vacation, because breath is mostly empty. Your lungs are mostly empty after the exhale, not completely, but that's when we put out the air, right? So your inhalation, hold, exhalation, hold. 4 parts of the breath. Now, whenever you influence or emphasize the inhale and the breath hold after your inhale, you're going to promote up-regulating your nervous system. So that's going to increase the energy, the alertness, the heart rate. Okay? Whenever you emphasize the inhalation and the hold or suspension after your inhale. Now the opposite, when you emphasize the exhalation and the suspension or the vacation after your exhalation, the hold after the exhale, that's going to do the opposite, which is going to promote the down regulation. So that's going to slow down your heart rate. That's going to calm down your nervous system and put you more in your parasympathetic dominant state. Okay. So 4 parts to the breath: inhale, suspension, exhale, vacation. And now if you have another minute to breathe together here for a moment of just a quick pause wherever you are, maybe. And same thing as yesterday, we're going to do 5 breaths, but today we'll explore this emphasizing the exhalation and that side of the breath to promote a little bit more down regulation, and something that you could use whenever you are trying to calm your heart rate down, or just calm when you feel that on a energy, maybe anxious buildup, whatever. And you need to just kind of sit down, take a deep breath, do it more intentionally and more skillfully in order to practice using your breath as a tool so that you can use it when you need it, just like any tool. So I'm just gonna sit down and we're gonna, here's the practice, okay? You keep your mouth closed, tongue, roof of your mouth, breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your nose. And we're gonna breathe in for a count of 4 and breathe out for a count of 6. And now I'll count the first couple, but it's best to just do at your own pace. So you can count silently in your mind as you breathe in. Just kind of take a few regular breaths and reconnect with your breath. Let's do it. All right. So find a comfortable place wherever you are. You can sit, you can be lying down. Probably better than standing, but you could also do it standing. So find a good spot, and as long as you're not driving, close your eyes if you're comfortable with that. All right? And now reconnect with your breath and just feel your natural breath with your mouth closed, breathing through your nose. You're aware of your inhalation. When breath fills your lungs, you're breathing in, and you're aware, or acknowledging your exhalation that you're breathing out. And now after your next exhale, when you finish your exhale, with your next inhale, you'll breathe in for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. And then pause at the top briefly as you breathe out through your nose for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then pause briefly after your exhalation before you inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. And now continue at your own pace of breath, where you just count silently to your mind, giving your mind something to focus on, the count. A brief pause after your inhale, and then exhale for about 6. And the key with your breathing practice is to avoid straining, so you find a comfortable pace here. You keep going for like a couple more rounds of breath. Where you're emphasizing your exhale. Regardless of how long the inhale is, you're trying to make your exhalation, your breath out, a little bit longer than the inhale. And after your next exhale, and you breathe out all the way. Now practice letting all of that go, where you're not counting your breath, you're not holding your breath at all. And for a moment, you just pay attention to what happens to the breath when you release from all of that control or influence or direction over your breathing. In other words, you let your natural breath response happen. Your body is always bringing you back towards equilibrium, to harmony and balance with its innate intelligence. Sometimes we just got to give it the support that it needs, and it takes care of the rest. Okay, so I hope, if you're still with me, I hope that you found that helpful. If so, remember, practice it, and that's how you remember it for yourself. Maybe if you need to do that specific breathing portion, just fast forward and get to that practice, the experimental part, direct experience, until you understand it on your own, and then you can apply it in your own life when you need to. And if anything, just bring more awareness to your breath throughout the day. Close your mouth. Where's my tongue? Gently. Gently resting at the roof of your mouth. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose. breath is a tool, and breathing is a skill. So becoming a skillful breather is an extremely valuable asset to have. Know thyself. That's what all the ancient wisdom tells us. Know thyself, and the truth will set you free. So that's it for today. As always, let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to answer them and to guide you along the journey, only sharing anything that I actually truly understand and feel like I do understand through my own direct experience. So much love to you, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Peace.